welcome back to another episode of the Scuff podcast where we have great ideas and bad execution.
Yeah, today we are your guides, your consultants, your idea makers, and the hosts of this wonderful podcast, none other than PRISM Project's very own Generation 2. I am the idol to give you the wings to fly, Cyber Angel Rita Kamishiro, and this is...
And I am PRISM Project Second Generation, your favorite Akama-sama Arakaruto da yo, nyahoo!
Wow.
Yes, sir. So,
and we're back in our lovely decorated, holiday decorated office. Do you like it?
Yes, is a very Christmassy holiday theme today.
Yeah, and for those who are audio only, we have some lights in the back. We got some garland on the shelf, and we are also dressed up to the nines. Do you want to describe what you're wearing, Luto?
I'm a present. I am the present for you guys today.
Oh, so that bow on your head is lovely.
Thanks. That's why I'm not getting anyone any Christmas presents, because my presence is the greatest present of all.
That's true. I will have to say, your presence is quite the gift.
Right? But yeah, anyways, so today we actually interrupt our regular broadcasting and we bring to you, what do we bring to you, Bakatesh?
What are we bringing today? So normally we actually come up with solutions or answers to some of your strange questions or topics, but we've been working hard these past few months. We thought we deserved, here at the office, a nice little break, a team bonding event, if you will, and I thought it'd be a good idea to maybe share some holiday stories, but I think Luto here had a little bit of an idea.
Yeah,
if you'd like to share.
So I was like, Christmas. I don't really celebrate that, So I don't really have that many stories to give you guys. So I was like, what better way to spend Christmas, to spend holidays, than to judge those other people around you?
Oh gosh.
Judge other people's Christmas stories. So today we are going to be assholes, also judging people who may or may not be assholes. Holiday edition. Am I the asshole? Christmas edition. Let's go.
Wow, just going right into it. Oh gosh. So we've each selected two, just out of random.
Yes, sir.
From the I'm gonna have to say butthole. I feel like at the same time it still sounds just as crass. Oh gosh.
Am I the beep?
I'll say that. Am I the beep? Okay, sounds good. Am I the beep? We each selected two.
No, you can say, am I the donkey? Am I the donkey hole?
Okay, I'll say that. Thank you.
No
I'll say
worries,
that.
I
Am
got
I
you.
the donkey? Am I the donkey hole? Did I say that correctly?
Yeah, am
Okay.
I the donkey hole?
Am I the donkey hole? I still feel like that. Oh gosh. But we each have two today, and we're gonna read them out loud, and we're gonna talk about it together. It's gonna be a nice, fun, little bonding event. This is probably the most interesting work bonding event I've ever had.
Judging random internet strangers on their Christmas stories. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go ahead and bring up that first one then, Luto. Shall you do the honors?
Right, let's bring up the first story. So are you guys ready? Let's see if this person is an asshole. Asshole? Asshole? I don't know. Dun dun dun. Take it
Donkey
away, Bucketes.
Thank you very much. This first one we have today is posted by u/Justice. Is it Justice Ad 2019? Am I the donkey hole for arranging for my wife's parents to spend Christmas celebration with us without telling her?
That's a juicy title already.
This is already going to be very interesting. I, male 27, have been married to my wife, female 26, for 2 years, and we're expecting a baby boy together. My wife has been in no contact with her parent because of issues that occurred between them during her teenage years. Understandable. She said it was because of the way they treated her late boyfriend and their 7-year-old son. She stopped seeing them after she moved out with my stepson, but she went back to introduce me and things were fine till a little before we got married. My wife went no contact after she claimed my mother-in-law stole all her wedding jewelry and sold it. That's a big one. Can't ignore that. Oh gosh.
Oh my god. Okay.
Now I'm not sure if that was accurate or just an excuse wife used to get me to stop asking. A few months ago, my mother-in-law as well as other family members reached out to me and we had conversations without my wife about how innocent my mother-in-law was and was falsely accused by my wife to get back at her for past issues. I really felt she was sincere, especially after she said she wished my wife would give her another chance. I had an idea, which was that I invite my in-laws over to celebrate Christmas with me and my wife, and hopefully talking things out once and for all. I didn't tell my wife because I didn't want her stressing over the gathering, but days ago, I came home and she began yelling at me, asking what I was thinking to invite her bullies and enemies to our Christmas celebration. I tried to explain that her parents are very sincere in wanting to start new with the baby coming, but she yelled that they didn't even treat my stepson or his father well and don't deserve to be near the kids, and said I needed to cancel immediately. I suggested she calm down first and we'll talk, but she refused and packed her stuff and went to stay with a friend, repeatedly saying I disrespected her and ignored her decision when it came to her family. I spoke to her friend and said maybe my wife should let bygones be bygones. And yes, she might be dealing with stress and is lashing out for no reason, but her friend said I overstepped and it wasn't my business to try and fix whatever issues she has with her family, and told me to back down and cancel the invite since my wife said she won't be there. But I think she's holding on to grudges and being bitter instead of settling things down with her family. Am I the donkey hole? Luto, what do you think? That's quite the sinister laugh there.
You are the asshole.
I would have to agree. Elaborate. Go ahead and take it away, Luto. Elaborate.
Wait, I need to go back and reread this a little bit. How long were they together for again?
Should we highlight? For 2 years, and they're having a baby boy.
You can feel free to highlight stuff. So
okay, yeah, you too. You can highlight stuff.
It's hard for me, so I think we should do it. But
okay.
So you're telling me
you okay?
you've been with this woman for 2 years, and then you're gonna just listen to her mother, her mom, and then you're gonna say, oh, I've known you for 2 years. I've known your mom for maybe about a day. But you know what? I'm gonna listen to your mom. I'm gonna trust her more than I trust you. Bro, what?
Yeah. I think they have like trust issues. I feel like I feel like they don't know enough. I feel like maybe the guy doesn't know much about like her history.
Right.
I feel like there's a step that he missed, essentially. I feel like maybe they should have
actually.
quite a few steps actually. But I think the biggest step that he missed was trying to have a deeper conversation about why she doesn't, want to make amends with her family. Because obviously he knows that there's issues, right? But I feel like he failed to understand why she doesn't want to make amends.
Right,
if that makes sense.
And this sentence, it really bugs me. Now, I'm not sure if that was accurate or just an excuse my wife used to get me to stop asking. Like, have you ever considered maybe if she doesn't want to talk about it, maybe there's something really thingy about it. Maybe she wasn't comfortable with talking to you about it. And then what do? You go and you overstep your boundaries and you go like, no, she was right, you were wrong. Bro, what the fuck?
Right, and he says, I'm not sure if that was accurate or not, or just an excuse, but he didn't. He also failed to consider that maybe the mother might have also made something up and maybe was not accurate, if that makes sense.
What?
So he was very quick to think that his wife was, making excuses.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why is the first instinct that your wife is wrong? Like, is it because you came from like a family that was healthy, bruv? Do you not understand that?
Yeah, maybe.
Do you not understand that abusive parents exist, bruv?
Yeah, I mean, and maybe he was trying to come from a place of like kindness, because maybe he did have a good family experience, and maybe he felt bad that his wife wasn't having this experience. But to do that without telling her, especially for a Christmas celebration too, that must be very shocking.
Right?
I don't know. I feel like that's also something I feel like you should have, because there's the possibility that this conversation could be really tense. And I don't think Christmas is the right place to have a sudden conversation like this.
Exactly. Like, what did he do again? So he invited his in-laws over. Didn't tell her because she was okay, if you know she's gonna stress about it, why wouldn't you tell her? This sentence bugs me as well. I didn't tell my wife because I didn't want her stressing over the gathering. I didn't want her stressing over the gathering, but you invite people that she doesn't like because she's gonna stress less?
She's gonna stress regardless. Like, oh gosh. Yeah, I mean, even just letting her know, even if she'll like react badly, at least she'll have a heads up. Oh gosh, but I agree. I'd have to say that is quite the donkey hole move, if you ask me. I think there could have been a way that they, worked this out. I feel like just setting something up behind her back without letting her know was probably not a good idea.
To me, it feels like he's not even considerate of like her feelings or anything at all.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and I think he's really dismissing her as, oh, she's just being petty, she's just being bitter, and it's like, maybe she has her reasons. You don't know it. That's a conversation you have yet to have, at least from what I can tell.
And, okay, but here's the thing. I am more inclined to think that they did actually have the conversation, except he probably dismissed it. She probably said all sorts of things.
That's true.
She probably went like, oh, they also did this to me, they also did that to me. And he probably just passed it all off as, it's just an excuse. You're just saying that. They didn't actually do that. But how do you know?
Right.
Why did they dismiss
everything?
And
exactly, and that also might, again, we were talking about earlier how maybe he didn't have the same experience as her, so maybe she did share everything with him, but maybe he just sees that as, oh, you should just let it go, you should just, but for some people, forgiveness is a whole different ball game. So
right,
yeah.
I just don't get like what do you why is it that when someone is no contact, people always have to be so judgy about it?
Yeah, like, hey, everyone has their reasons, maybe she's just trying to take care of herself and her heart, maybe she has different priorities, and yeah. But yeah, I'd have to, I kind of want to see what the follow-up is for this one. I'm kind of intrigued to see if there's any sort of follow-up, but first verdict of the day,
you are the asshole.
I wish I had like a gavel, that we could use to like order in the court. Order in the court.
Order. I have to say that this person was so much of an asshole that Bakatensh has started to fade away out of existence.
I am? Wait, what's happening?
You're fading.
I'm fading away.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye forever.
Miss Araka, I don't feel so good.
It's okay.
Miss Araka, I don't feel so
Wait,
good.
if you say that to me, that means I'm gonna die at the end. No, don't say that.
No. Oh gosh. Well, that was a very interesting first story that we had today for our Christmas or holiday special.
What do you think?
But I think you have. Go ahead.
No, what do you think about no contact though? A little bit of a tangent. Do you know anyone that went no contact with their family?
Like just completely stop talking? Not that I know of. I mean, you know me. I traveled here to a different time, so I guess that counts. But do you know anybody?
No, I don't. Actually, no. I think I do know someone that went completely no contact. But then here's the thing about going no contact that's really hard, right? I feel like I don't know what is it. Is it like societal expectations that you're like, they're like, once your parent, always your parent. They birthed you, they fed you, so you have to like be with them for the rest of your life. It's like
yeah, I think I think a lot of people place emphasis on that whole like, oh, they brought you into this world, you should be grateful. But I think there's a saying that goes around where it's like every child deserves a parent, but not every parent deserves a child. I just think sometimes life happens, and people who aren't meant to be parents end up being parents, and you can't always expect things to go well. And I think it is that kind of a stigma that we have in society, that if you don't have, I also feel like a lot of times people associate not having a good relationship with your parents as not being a good person.
Right. Oh my god, I've had that happen to me. So ですね, when I think this is when I first started uni. You know how like when you first start you meet a bunch of new people? and there was this, I would say, a friend, except not really a friend, more like an arsehole as well.
Oh,
Except
gosh.
we're no longer friends.
Uh-oh.
So basically what happened was one of the reasons they stopped being my friend. I'm pretty sure this is just all like bull. By the way, I don't think I think this is just an excuse. But basically, what happened was we just had like a whole bunch of issues. You know how sometimes you just don't see eye to eye with someone? Like, I won't go into the details because some of it's kind of personal. But like one of the reasons why, and then after we stopped talking to each other, they basically just went around telling people that I'm a bad person because I don't talk to my parents.
I see. You know, I used to have really bad anxiety whenever like things like family would prop up, like in schools. Like that's why I actually make it a point to say things like, you know, I hope you're able to spend time with loved ones, because I know for lots of people, family isn't, you know, necessarily like something that they can rely on. So I do try my best to say friends and family or loved ones, because I used to have really bad anxiety when people would be like, oh, like, what does your family do for Christmas? Or like, what do you do with your parents? Like whenever you hang out with them, and I always feel really anxious about what people are gonna think, because I can't say anything about that. So.
I think I'm still lucky because I still have my dad's side, but on my mom's side, it's nope. Nope.
Yeah, but at least that makes me thankful that I have like wonderful sisters that I get along with. That I have you, I get to spend fun times with, and the holiday seasons with the rest of the PRISM Project family. So, you know, I hope you spend time with whether it's your friends, your family, your chosen family, or whoever is your loved one. I hope you have a great holiday season. And don't be a donkey hole this holiday season.
They should actually get rid of the stigma. I'm so sick of it. Who says you have to be with your family? Not just because they pushed you out of a hole in their body doesn't mean they deserve that respect, okay? You gotta earn that respect, okay?
You have to earn it. You really have to earn it. And with that, Luto, would you like to take it away with the next story for today?
I should. Alright, is it my turn to tell you a juicy story? I don't know how juicy this one is though. I feel like yours might be a bit juicier, but why is it like, okay, everyone associates like holidays with like happy, fun, cheerful. I always think holidays are just drama. Do you not think so?
Oh, I think definitely. I think between Thanksgiving and like some of the more December holiday seasons, I think Thanksgiving tends to have, for some reason, the most like drama. Like, oh, what's gonna happen at the Thanksgiving dinner table? But
Yep. I've seen so many stories where it's like, I just know somebody's about to act up, and they act up, and like everyone is like, no one surprised Pikachu's because they saw this all coming.
Oh gosh.
I just think it's kind of
I guess so. I mean, at least I try to have my holidays be calm, but you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
I don't think. Have you personally experienced any drama? I don't think I've experienced any, to be honest. Maybe it's because I don't celebrate it so much.
Yeah, I don't think so. I haven't really had drama, thankfully. But let's see if this next story has some holiday drama for us.
It probably does.
We haven't experienced
I think it sounds kind of juicy. All right, so the next up is, am I the asshole for telling the kids that Dad took this year's Christmas away from them? Well, it seems like they voted not the asshole, but we can still judge.
We'll still look at it. Yes.
Please read before you judge. Thank you. I mean,
isn't that the point of it? Like, how would you be able to judge if there's no?
Oh, I guess just from the title. I guess some people just read the title. But okay, with Am I the Asshole like posts, I feel like a lot of them have very like thingy titles, and then when you actually read it, you're like, I can understand.
True. Yeah, but that's how they reel you in.
Yeah,
go ahead.
That's true. Clickbait, everybody. But anyways, so I am a working mother of 3 kids, 9, 11, and 5. That's a really weird order. Why is 5 last?
Yeah, like 5,
like
9, 11,
maybe?
or 11, 9, 5.
Maybe 15. Anyways, my husband used to have a job but was let go at the end of 2020 and hasn't worked since then. Yes, he worked in a few places here and there, like the gas station, but he couldn't keep it because he lacked motive and passion. How do you lack motive and passion at the gas station? What? Damn.
Well, I mean, maybe it just wasn't his place.
Maybe.
And wow, end of 2020. That's in the middle of the panini.
The panini,
isn't it?
yes.
Yeah.
They were making a panini press. Anyways,
Oh gosh.
all in our financial situation. All in all, our financial situation isn't so great, but I've decided to start saving money to be able to get the decent Christmas celebration the kids wanted and couldn't get in 2019 to 2020. I put money aside to buy decoration and prepare meals and also gifts. But just a couple days ago, found out that my husband had taken $500 out of my account and from the money I saved. The rest of my salary, goes to bills and grocery, and gave them to his little brother to help him out in child support. Oh god. That's kind of juicy.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I found out and had a big argument with him about how he essentially stole this year's Christmas from the kids to help his irresponsible brother pay for child support. My husband apologetically said he had no choice and was pushed by family to contribute and pay part of his brother's child support. Otherwise, they won't see their nephews or grandchildren since his brother's baby mama is vicious and spiteful.
Oh.
Sure she is. The kids came in and I just told them that unfortunately I can't afford Christmas this year and it's because of their dad who took it away from them by taking the money I saved. There was utter silence and my husband glanced at me in disbelief. He told the kids to go to their rooms and screamed asking what the F is wrong with me to spout this kind of bull in front of the kids. I said it's the truth and that I sacrificed so much to save money to give the kids some joy this holiday. Then he selfishly took the money and gave it away. He said he would pay me back in the time before Christmas, but I don't see this possible since he don't even have gas money.
Ouch. Oh gosh.
He got pissed and said I shouldn't tell the kids that he took their Christmas money and that the psychological damage I'm doing to the kids is worth a lot more than the money, and accused me of turning the kids against him and making them resent him for trying to help out a family member, and stormed off and spent time with his family who accused me of causing my children mental traumas by saying that dad took Christmas away from them and alienating them from him. Adding to this, I just wanted to say that the kids know that mommy is the money breadwinner who brings home money. And so if Christmas gets cancelled and because of money, then they'll think it's because of me. I had many conversations with them about it, and last thing I want is to see them disappointed in me for something that is not my fault. Thank you.
Ooh. What do you think? This is wow. This is a lot.
First of all, I would just like to say, okay, I know they said not the asshole, but I feel like everyone kind of sucks here.
I was about to say I feel like both parties could have handled this a little bit better. Like I feel so if it's not a 5-year-old and a 15-year-old,
it changes things a little bit, yeah.
I think it changes things a little bit because if they're a little older, I think, keeping things hidden from the kids and like kind of trying to, put like sugarcoat things and try to like make things seem that it's okay.
Yeah.
I think probably like is not great, but I maybe she shouldn't have just said it like right there in front of them. And
Like,
I feel like there was a more tactful way she could have said.
But here's the thing. Even if the kid was 15, I feel like that would have been a conversation you have with your hubby, and then you have with your kids
exactly
in like a better way. Like you guys are married, right? Why do you hate him?
Let's start from the beginning. So I'm assuming they have like a joint bank account, right?
Probably something.
But I feel like if when it comes to big things like that, I feel like that's a conversation he should have had with her.
Yeah.
And see if there's a way that he could have gave a less amount of money, or if there was a way that they could have supported, his family. But I don't know, because my initial thought was, take care of your family first. But then like that is his family, but also like you I feel like, your immediate family being like the one that you've created. So I was kind of like taken aback there, but I think there's a way that they could have had a conversation talked about it together, because it is in fact the money that she had earned.
And also, it's something about this doesn't sit quite right with me. So it's your brother's child support money. So that sounds a bit like, if you can't even keep up with... Okay, like I get it. Like life happens, circumstances, whatnot. Maybe this is a one-off thing. But like, how do I say this? I don't think you should enable people either by just giving them money.
Yeah, because it said irresponsible brother, so it may be that he's enabling like bad behavior.
Yeah.
Because like, let's say the brother is spending it irresponsibly, whether it's like gambling or like, alcohol or something. Then by paying, your addiction. So like, what if the brother starts thinking, oh, my brother will just take care of it for me. So I feel like maybe they could have figured out a more long-term situation.
Yeah. Like maybe get him the help he needs instead of $500 bucks. Because like how many, like if you're really rich then whatever, if you have all the money to give to your brother then whatever. But you're not like.
Oh gosh, I mean even then, just making sure he can take care of the child support himself. Oh my gosh.
Also, it's I don't like it because the husband. How do I say it? Like, if you earned the money, then it's still it's more of like a whatever. Like at least you earned part of the money, right? So like if you took a part of it and gave it to your family, then it's like understandable, maybe like slightly. But here's the thing: your wife, she the breadwinner, no?
Right? Yeah. And they should at the very least have a conversation, because I feel like maybe the wife would have been a little bit apologetic and said like, oh, I understand. Here you can have a little bit. I understand that your family is going through a tough time, but to take the money without telling her is I don't think you should do that in a relationship. You should definitely have conversations about that. But another thing that really threw me off was the family. The brother's family, the husband's family.
Exactly.
And how they pushed him to contribute and pay a part of his brother's child support.
And then they were like, oh, if you don't do it, then his vicious baby mama is going to like... I'm like, bro, like what?
Maybe I understand
your brother's
asking,
the bad one. Maybe that's why she doesn't want the kids to see him,
Right, and I feel bad that, he felt pushed into a corner. That he felt the need to do something like this. Right. So you're right. I feel like this is such a tough situation to be in.
There's like not enough info, but I am just from the way. But then again, she wrote this, so she maybe framed things in like a negative light as well. Who knows?
True, that's true.
But from the way she said it, it seems like his family is a bit of a nutcase.
Yeah. And when she said, she came in and told them that unfortunately I can't afford Christmas this year, I feel like, and I understand where she's coming from, where she doesn't want her kids to be disappointed in her, because anything money related would be associated with her.
I get that.
But I feel like she could have
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't just go in and be like, oh, your daddy, he sucks. It's all his fault. Blame it all onto him.
Right. I advocate for being honest with your kids, but I think the way that she had framed it almost, I mean, obviously in this case it wasn't a good idea for him to take money out of the account, but
I feel like everyone makes mistakes, and then like not everyone's always in like the best state of mind. So maybe try to be a bit understanding. You guys are married,
and
right?
the children don't know, right? And the children don't know the full story, right? And while taking money out of an account is a bad thing, they don't know that the husband felt pressured by his family, and like you said, everyone had fault in this, but the children at least don't know the full story. So
there's always like nuance to things. It's not
there really
always black and white. It's like
it's not.
But, like you can frame this thing like, oh, he took money. Oh, taking money is always bad. I'm not gonna say it's a good thing, but at sometimes it's like kind of understandable. Like
right, yeah.
For example, like stealing is bad. But what if you're about to starve to death and you have to steal to survive? Like is that so bad? There's always nuance to things.
Right. So I'd have to agree. Like there's just so many moving parts here. I don't think there's any one person who's completely scot-free or completely to blame.
And we come full circle with communication.
Communication is key. Oh gosh, but I never really had. I mean, I feel like, this now I'm tangenting, but I feel like, even if you don't have a lot of money in the holidays, I feel like you could still have lots of fun. I mean, that's how most of my holidays were. I
never
spent
really
a lot of
got any
time with
gifts
my
and stuff.
sisters. Yeah, exactly. We would kind of make our own, holiday traditions. We would just spend time with each other.
Right?
Our gifts would be rather simple.
Even if we didn't get gifts, like, you know what's something that we used to do? We would just like make really small like goodie bags and we'll give it out to people. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like they don't cost like any money. It costs maybe like 10 cents per bag.
Right. And then maybe you can buy like a $5 mixed bag of candies.
Yeah, exactly. And then you put them in and you can wrap them all pretty and stuff. And the wrapping is actually funner than receiving gifts or like anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree. One year I gifted to my little sisters a handmade card game.
Oh my god.
So my sisters and we were doodling and drawing, and I took those drawings and I put them onto. I had to recreate them, right? So I drew them by hand. I recreated the little monsters that we made, and I forgot how we played the card game, but it was really fun. We spent Christmas Eve playing the card game.
That's fun.
Do you have a favorite gift that you've made or a card that you've written for the holidays?
I don't actually really do Christmas that much. For me, it's more
You don't celebrate any holidays in December?
No, not really. But we still do it, but it's not like we do it. It's just kind of like, holidays, cool. Let's have an excuse to get crunk.
Exactly. Oh gosh. That's a lot of people do that to celebrate the holidays.
Right? But if you're talking about like family stuff, yeah. We used to do it because we were like, like when I was really young, my mom would get me, I think the only present she would get me were books. That was the only thing that I got for Christmas. I don't think I've ever gotten anything else apart from books for Christmas. But that's because we didn't really celebrate. And she was like, and she was just like, well, I was gonna get them for you anyways. Might as well just get you a book now. Because she's like, reading good, reading smart.
Do you like books?
Yeah. Do you?
Nice. I like books. I haven't read a book in a while though. I was just talking to Sara about this earlier. Oh god.
I'm reading a book right now actually. But
what book would you like to share with the class?
It's like a history kind of science book. It's like the history of mankind.
Oh wow.
Like a complete history, but not really complete, but like, it's like one of those.
Right. Major parts.
I feel like recently I've been reading all non-fiction books.
I'm
like, I don't need no fiction books. I got anime for that.
That's true. I'll have to say. I have anime and video games for that.
So I can just read non-fiction books. But then I guess for non-fiction books, there's also documentaries. I'm like a pretty big fan of documentaries.
Oh yeah, documentaries are fun.
Right?
Documentaries, or I also watch like true crime like documentaries too, or like supernatural stuff.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't really watch supernatural stuff though. Only actual like.
Oh, we had this conversation at the last. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Well, shall we move on to the next story?
I think we should, but TLD. Although this
TLDR.
person was voted not the asshole by Reddit, I would like to say everybody sucks here. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Well, maybe in the comments they elaborated, but at least from that, we weren't able to come to a conclusive answer.
Right?
Yeah.
I just honestly just talk, man. Is it not hard to talk, bro?
Communicate. All right. Drum roll, please, for my next story.
Your next and your last one. Dun 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 bum.
That's right. This is posted by user Merry Christmas.
Wow.
AA.
Merry Christmas. Very fitting.
Christmas. Very fitting indeed. Am I the donkey hole for being an ungrateful, spoiled brat, in quotes, for the Christmas gift my husband got me?
I feel like you're not reading this right. You gotta get the nuance right. So let me show you.
Okay, go ahead.
Am I the asshole for being an ungrateful, spoiled brat for the Christmas gift my husband got me?
Thank you for providing the nuance. I appreciate it. I think we needed it for
I got
sure.
you.
I, female 35, want to begin by saying that in every holiday, me and my husband, male 33, we both work decent jobs, set separate budgets for gifts. He uses his own money to buy gifts, and I do the same. We've been married for almost a year, together for 3, and this is our first Christmas as a married couple.
Damn, you got married
He
early.
made a list. Yeah, wow. He made a list of every person he wanted to buy a gift for. I stumbled upon this list by accident and out of curiosity decided to take a look. I found that his friends / coworkers were on top of his list with gifts that cost over $5,000 total.
Jesus.
For example, he got a $600 wristwatch for his coworker.
That's not a coworker. That's his side hoe.
No, you don't know that. You don't know that.
600. Dude, okay, for someone's birthday, I can still slightly get it. This is Christmas. This is not like.
Oh gosh.
They're fucking.
Well, let's keep reading. Let's keep reading. A $250 bracelet for his sister-in-law
Those are
and a $900 workout gear for
Those
his
are
friend.
fucking.
There was more than that, but that's all I could remember. What made me upset was that when I got to my name, I saw that he bought me a $20 something kitchen spoon set.
That's 'cause you're not
stainless steel. Luto.
Yeah. Sorry.
Please. Oh gosh. What if she really wanted a kitchen? What if they were having a conversation and he remembered even the tiniest thing she said? Like what if she's in the kitchen and said, "Oh, you know, I wish we had a stainless steel spoon set."
Okay,
And that's something she didn't even remember to think about, but he remembered it.
Okay, but here's the thing. That's $20 though. You could get something on top of that, no?
Well, let's keep reading.
All right.
Let's keep reading. I was too shocked to ignore this, and I had a confrontation with him about it. He argued that A, it's his money, he's the one paying, so I should not control that.
That's true.
And B, his coworkers / friends are important to him, and he's known them for ages. He said a gift. Oh, C, he should.
Sorry.
No, you don't know that.
Sorry?
They're friends. He said coworkers and friends. C, he said a gift should be appreciated no matter what it costs. I argued that he was disrespecting me and dismissing my feeling with the gift he chose to get me, not to mention that I spent a lot of money for his gifts to buy him his favorite shoe / gaming brands. But he got upset and said I was acting like an ungrateful, spoiled brat and urged me to get rid of this attitude and accept what I'm giving. The argument got worse and we stopped talking to each other. Oh my goodness.
Christmas.
Oh.
How bad are you guys at communicating, bro? Tell me that you're bad at communicating without telling me you're bad at communicating.
Oh my gosh, and they're married and they stopped talking to each other. That's not good.
How do you...
Uh-oh. He still says I'm being ridiculous with my overreaction and should stop. Did I overreact?
Everyone sucks.
Yeah, I was about to say because she has every right to feel upset.
Right?
I think, that's something I would feel a little down about. But oh gosh, it really is like it's the thought that counts, and maybe what she wanted or what was on her list was different from, what others had on their list. And oh gosh.
Yeah,
Man.
I mean, there's, I was joking earlier, but he may not be fucking them. Maybe they also got him really expensive gifts and he feel obliged to,
Right. Oh gosh.
Sometimes that happens.
Right, and-
I feel like this is a thing though. Like with people that you're closest to, you tend to actually spend less money on because like we're like, oh, we're all broke anyways. We should not get each other something that expensive.
Right.
But then if someone else gets you something that you're not that close with, gets you something, you're like, oh, I feel obliged to get you something more
I have to
expensive,
feel obliged.
right? Yeah. So
I feel like we're so quick to think that like more money means you're more important, but I feel like it could really go either way. Like maybe you and your buddies are, having a competition or whatever, or you think they just really deserve something, or there's something on their list that they've been wanting a long time. Maybe you think they deserve something a little bit extra, or even then, like on the flip side, you can feel really close to someone and you feel like you know them really well, and you think, hey, they're gonna enjoy this, even though it's only $20.
Right, but although I have to say though, this is a little bit ridiculous.
I will have to say, like $900, $600. I mean,
And then a 20 bucks.
True, but you know, like, again, like, maybe that's something she really wanted, and you know, maybe he wanted to be thoughtful about everyone's gift, and maybe that's just how it worked out, where you know, his coworker wanted a wristwatch, and you know, his wife wanted it. Like, one of the things she had on her list was the kitchen spoon.
My point still stands though. I feel like if she really wanted the kitchen spoon set, and you knew it was only $20,
you could have gotten something
else, right?
Yeah,
and also, like, the thing that bugs me is he got a kitchen spoon set, so that means she's gonna be using this as well. So it's not even just a gift to her.
Oh,
it's like a
it's a gift for their home, you
right?
know,
so it's not even for her.
No, but maybe, you know, it's a way to show that, like, oh, this is our home, you know, we're together, you know, it's, I don't know, I
feel like something like this, you could have just gotten her for anything. It doesn't even have to be an occasion. You could literally just go on one Saturday, go shopping and get it.
True, but, and also, if maybe he thought that, like, because maybe he doesn't spend a lot of time with his coworkers, his sister-in-law, his workout, like, his friend. So, like, maybe he thought, you know, since I don't get to see them very often, since they're not, and this is my one time of the year to, like, show them that, like, you know, that they're important.
That's so bold, though. Like, your coworker, you probably see them more than your wife. You work with them, like, 9 to 5, like, 5 days a week.
Gosh.
No, I'm more inclined to think that you actually spend more time. This is kind of sad, but you spend more time with your coworkers than with your family and friends, I think.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I just don't feel right judging things by their dollar amount. I think there is obviously.
Yeah, I don't think everything is about money, but this is just a bit too ridiculous.
I will have to say it is rather extreme.
Like,
oh gosh.
Okay, if you were telling,
because he said
if you're telling me that you got everyone something that's $20-30, it's like whatever, man. Honestly, like even if you gave everyone like a piece of candy and you gave me a piece of candy, like I'm just saying that if I was in a position of the wife, right? Like if you gave everyone the same thing, even if it's like $1, I'll be like, oh cool, thanks. That's very thoughtful of you. Thanks, bruv. But like I think it's because of the huge, not even like a small gap. This is what he spent 30 times the amount on a workout gear for his friend. 30 times the amount than on his. Actually, no.
Well,
more
also,
than 30
but
times
maybe for like her birthday or maybe for anniversary. And again, this is information we don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he went all out. Maybe he bought her plane tickets to go somewhere. Again, maybe, or like maybe he bought her something really fancy for her birthday or anniversary, and thought, you know, maybe, you know. We'll take a quick little break for Christmas. Nothing. Yeah. So and again, that's something we don't know. But he also said, you know, his coworkers or friends are important to him, right? And he's known them for ages. So
but
you know, maybe he's known some of them. Go ahead.
But here's the thing, like the way he said that, it kind of takes me off a little bit. Can you imagine like someone talking to you? Imagine if you confronting someone about, I feel like you don't care about me enough because you didn't spend enough money. Obviously, like that's not something you would say. I feel like, but then. Imagine if you did. And then imagine if their response was, oh, that's because these people are important. So what is the undertone? The undertone is you're not as important.
Right. And so because I wanted to point that out because he also said a gift should be appreciated no matter what its cost.
Right.
So he's kind of saying, so I wanted to point out the coworkers or friends are most important to them because, exactly, right, because B and C are almost contradictory because he's saying, you know, B, it's like they're different costs because of importance. The importance is different. But at the same time, he said a gift should be appreciated no matter the cost. So to me, at least, I was like, that's a little strange.
Right?
That, you know, he brought that up.
Yeah, exactly. If you say it should be appreciated no matter the cost, then why do you buy
why did you
more
feel the
important
need to bring
people,
that?
more expensive things?
So I thought it was weird that he felt the need to bring up B.
Right.
But
I think so too. I feel like B is a little bit of a red flag. They fucking is all I'm saying.
Oh gosh. I mean, I will have to say though, like, you know, the longer I've known someone, the easier it is for me to get a gift.
Yeah, that's
I will have to say. So I see that. But I think the argument along with, you know, argument C was kind of suspicious.
But also, like, I feel like just because you've known someone for a long time doesn't mean you can stop putting the effort for them.
Right.
So it's like you still want to get something. You still want to make sure that they feel. Like here's the problem here. I feel like when someone tells you that they don't feel appreciated, maybe it's on you to do something about it. You know, Like,
Right. And
even if it's
Like,
a little
I-
bit of a, I think it's being a bit ridiculous. Which in this case, I don't
Right.
even think she is being that ridiculous about. But even,
Right, I don't
even if
think
she
so
is
either.
chucking a fit, maybe you can be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do to make you feel more
Right.
appreciated?" You know?
Exactly. I think again, communication is key. I feel like they're both are so stuck in their ways that I feel like they don't try to understand how the other person feels. Because I definitely see both ways.
I see it
So
too.
everyone
Sucks. I feel like every one of these stories, just everyone
Oh
sucks.
gosh. Oh dear. Maybe we don't see things in black and white, and that's why.
Maybe.
Oh gosh. Well, with that being said, do you wanna kick it off with the last story of the day?
Sirree. We have one last one to go. Listen, this one's a bit long, I feel like. Anyways,
Ooh, great way to end.
Great way to end.
Today's.
but yeah, honestly, just why is it that hard to communicate, bruv?
Yeah, communication is important,
Yes, sir.
especially during the holidays.
All right, let's go. Very last one. Can we have some drum rolls, please?
Ooh, ah.
All right. Am I the asshole for telling my wife she ruined Christmas? By you throwaway Christmas 31. Wow, throwaway Christmas indeed.
Throwaway Christmas 31. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well, it's voted that everyone sucks here, but maybe
We'll see.
are we gonna
We'll
also say everyone sucks here?
Oh, I don't know. Let's take a look. See.
Alright. I am an atheist. My wife is religious. Oh god.
No.
Red flag, red flag.
Hey,
red
things
flag,
can
red
work
flag,
out,
red
things
flag,
can
red
work
flag,
out.
Red flag.
You know, there are plenty of mixed religion couples. Maybe they can work their problems out. But let's take a look. See. Let's take a look. See.
So
Let's
much
take a look.
juicy
See.
stories about religion,
Okay.
like mixed religion couples. But anyways, alright. My parents are split, and I grew up with a terrible dad. I told myself that when I have a kid, that I don't want to be anything like him. Understandable. Christmas is one of the only holidays I care about. It's when everyone is around family and are happy. I wanted my kids to have these moments. Very cool. My wife says that holidays like Christmas or Halloween are pagan.
Pagan.
Pagan? What even is pagan?
Paganism is another belief system.
나라네. I know familiar with Earth religion. Anyways, and we aren't allowed to celebrate them. I tried giving kids candy one year for Halloween and she became upset. What? Interesting. We both agreed that when we had a kid we should start celebrating Christmas for at least a few years. We both celebrated as kids. Our daughter was born this year and we planned Christmas. Her mother visited us last week. When I told her how we were doing Christmas this year, she made a face and went, ugh, that pagan holiday. We all went to the store and got a tree, lights, and her mother even bought us a reindeer decoration. After that day, I noticed my wife seemed indifferent about Christmas. Yesterday, I started to set up the tree. I was having trouble and asked for help. She said jokingly that she wasn't helping. Eventually, I asked again for help, and she wouldn't come near the tree. I asked if she was serious, and she replied, "Yes, you're doing Christmas, so you do the tree." I asked if she was at least going to do the lights or even touch the tree. She said no to both. We started arguing, and she basically said she never wanted to do Christmas to begin with, and she was allowing us to have a tree.
Oh.
Interesting. I got upset and said I would be returning everything. I took down the tree and threw it back in the box. She asked what I was doing, and I yelled that she ruined Christmas. She told me to leave the reindeer her mother bought. I returned everything else. The next day, I said that she lied to me by agreeing to do it with me and then not wanting to participate. I also blamed her for allowing her mother to influence her. She got upset at me for calling her a liar and thinking her mother had any influence, then left. She texted me that I misunderstood it and she would have done the lights once I did the tree. I called her a liar and reminded her that she told me no when I explicitly asked her if she would help with the lights or even touch the tree. She came back and I told her that she ruined such an important family memory that I wanted to make for us. And just because you put up a tree doesn't mean you now believe in a different god or whatever. I reminded her that I do things I don't believe in all the time for her. Church wants, prayers, etc. And the fact that she won't even go near a tree is crazy. At this point, I started crying. Oh my god. I've never cried in front of her and I almost never cry in general. She then offered to help with the lights, but I'd still have to do the tree myself. I said that it was too late and that the memory was ruined. I told her this was important to me years before we even had a baby.
Oh gosh. This is tough. I mean, I just think the fundamental here is that they have very different belief systems, and they weren't able to compromise for each other. Because I think it's very very important to have boundaries for yourself and have things that like are important to you, and if you have values that you know that's something important to you, I think you should stick by that. But oh gosh,
that's so
it's
weird
just so
though, because like he like in the beginning we both agreed that when we have
right, I was about to say they agreed.
Like you agreed to it, then you can't just back down without at least explaining why. You can't just maybe she was just playing around, maybe she was joking. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt here, but I don't think so.
Goodness, I don't know. Oh gosh. Okay, let's. Oh dear, there's so many things. Yeah. So I'm wondering, the whole like they agreed that when we had a kid, we would start celebrating Christmas for at least a few years. I wonder if she forgot about that, or maybe she changed her mind. Like, oh gosh. Oh dear. I just again I feel like it really just boils down to
kind of a messy story as well. Like, what does your dad have anything to do with the story?
Oh gosh. Well, again, he said that he had a bad childhood, and
also he wanted to give his kids like a.
He wanted to like it was important to him to have a good Christmas.
Okay, understandable.
And so, because of this situation, it soured, the memory.
Right.
Oh gosh. Because my instinctually, I initially thought like, oh, you could at least help with the tree, or you could at least help, hold the lights, or support him by like making sure he doesn't fall down or something. But, I don't know the details of what she practices, so maybe that to her, maybe even just touching the tree or even just touching the lights would count as practicing. So I really can't say, since I don't have any sort of knowledge in that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about religion or politics.
But I feel like maybe she could have explained that to him rather than just being like, nope, I'm not gonna do it.
And it's so annoying. Nope. We started arguing. She basically said she never wanted to do Christmas to begin with, and she was allowing us to have a tree. But you guys literally had a conversation that you're gonna do it, no? Like.
Right. Yeah. I feel like she could have explained like, oh, I don't feel comfortable doing this. Like, this makes me feel. And you'll have to remind me. Does he ever explain why it's important for him to have this? I think he had told her already. Let's see.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, he told her that it's an important family memory.
And then so basically they agreed to it, and then his mom-in-law came and she wasn't being like, I don't like it, but at least like she bought them. And here's the thing, your mom even bought you a reindeer decoration, and that's so weird. She's like, leave the reindeer decoration. So do you want to celebrate or do you don't want to celebrate it? I'm getting a lot of mixed messages. Right.
Goodness. And oh gosh, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know if this is sacrilegious to say, but I feel like nowadays, in the modern age, I feel like Christmas can either be a religious holiday, or it can be even celebrated as a secular holiday. I
don't know what that means.
It can be religious or non-religious depending on how you celebrate it, right? It's for like some Christmas is going to like midnight mass, or like celebrating Jesus, but for some, it's Santa Claus and reindeer and carol. Exactly. So I feel like even if she wasn't, I don't know. Oh gosh.
Also,
don't know.
like, if you know that he's an atheist, you know he's not celebrating it because of like.
Right, and it's he's not he's atheist, not pagan,
Right.
And maybe he could just explain to her and say like, I just want it to look nice in the holidays, like, because to him I think this is less of a religious thing, but more so of like a family thing.
Yeah, it's just a nice holiday. Like, you want to get into the mood. You wanna look nice. You wanna feel like you're reliving your childhood memories. You wanna give your kid the same
less of a
memories.
holiday. Right, less of a holiday, but more of a family tradition.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a holiday though. Like, I guess it's less of like a religious holiday, more just like just a normal holiday. Like a birthday or something.
You just celebrate.
Yeah,
exactly. And birthdays aren't like, I don't think birthdays are a religious celebration.
Right?
Yeah.
So like, if you decorated your house for your birthday, like that's fine, right? Like, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like maybe because I feel like, if they're willing to overcome a lot of other things, maybe, because I'm assuming this isn't the first disagreement they've had in as a mixed religion couple. I feel like there's ways that they could compromise on this, but I think in this initial because the question is, am I the donkey hole for telling my wife she ruined Christmas? I mean, to him, that's how he feels. I mean, I guess in his eyes, like, his Christmas was this memory, this putting up the tree. So in his eyes, I mean, yes.
I don't know why they say everyone sucks here. I don't see how the guy sucks in this scenario. I don't see it. Do you see it?
Oh gosh. I mean, let's see. Oh, I mean, I don't know. I feel like he has every right to be upset, and I feel like saying, oh, you ruined Christmas, because to him that was his Christmas, and in his eyes it was ruined. And I think he has every right to feel upset, and
I just feel
especially since they had agreed to. I mean, obviously there's things that both parties maybe could have done better, but
maybe
I think
he didn't have to get this mad about it, but I can understand, because like, people have emotions hard.
Right.
He's allowed to feel upset about it, so
I don't think he was necessarily a donkey hole. I don't think he was trying to demonize her in any way.
I don't think he was the asshole.
Not to say demon.
I think this is a very natural response to such like wishy-washy responses.
I think he just had a genuine response. I think this was a very traumatic experience for him, especially since he had a not super great father, and to him that's something that's really I don't know.
And the wife, it just baffles me. She texted him going like, I would have done the lights when she did the tree. I mean, he asked you, why did you say no then if you would have done it?
Right. And for her to say like, oh, I would have done it, like, to kind of try to take the blame off of her a little bit, like saying like, oh, I didn't really mean it, but the damage was done, and
I feel like TLDR, people be crazy, yo.
No, gosh. I mean, she had her reasons, she was uncomfortable with it, but I don't think he was the donkey hole for feeling so upset and feeling like Christmas was ruined for him, because
I think so too. I think she's a bit of a sucky wucky here.
Oh gosh.
Oh
dear. But
I mean, she has. Okay. Here's the thing. If she said from the get-go that nope, I am not willing to do it, no matter what. Like, that's a boundary. I'm not willing to cross. Fine, whatever. Do that. You tell him that.
Right from the beginning.
Right?
But she had agreed.
Exactly. But she agreed, and then she was like, I'll do it. Had a kid. I don't want it anymore. And then literally right after, I would have done it.
Change. Right, and she's free to change her mind. Right, but that's a conversation they would have had. Like, hey, I no longer feel comfortable about this.
She didn't change her mind, because afterwards she's like, I would have done it.
Exactly.
So she didn't actually change her mind. So did you change your mind? Did you not change your mind? Like, I don't even know. Do you even know what you want?
Right. She had agreed that they were gonna do it.
Right.
And when the time came, she said no. And even she'd be. I'm sure that he would allow her to change her mind, or she'd be allowed in her own right to change her mind. But in her saying, oh, I would have done it. It clearly looks like she, didn't change her mind, and that she was okay with it. So, I don't know. I feel like that's a little
very, very messy. But I don't think you're the asshole. Not the asshole. You're not the asshole.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I hope they're able to work that all out.
I feel like we haven't been able to agree with any one of these. I don't
I know. I think we agreed with the. I think we agreed with the first one, right?
No, I think we said everyone sucks for that.
What was the first one?
Not the asshole.
Oh.
I can't remember, but I don't think we.
Oh well, that one wasn't voted on. That one didn't have a vote on. Yeah.
But anyways.
Oh gosh.
Am I the asshole?
Well, I hope. No, I don't think so. I mean, I think definitely there's something that both parties could have done better, but I don't think he was a donkey hole for getting upset like that.
Yeah, that was the last of our stories. And
that was the last of our stories. Very
Religion
juicy.
is always a really tricky topic to talk about, no? Because like I don't.
Right.
When it comes to beliefs and like politics, I feel like there's rarely any right or wrong. But then here's the problem: everyone always thinks they're the only right one. So that makes a really hard conversation to have with anyone, you know.
Right, yeah, because they're so ingrained in like belief systems and core values, so it's always really hard to kind of like talk about.
It's not even the person's fault. It's always your upbringing, your surroundings, your environment that led you to think like that. Which is like so how can you blame them for being like, no, there has to be a God? Well, that's what you believe in, then sure, go be my guest.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But I hope, Luto, I hope you have a much better holiday season than some of our stories that we've read.
Baby, let's go.
Oh, I'm excited for you and all of the Prismers out there. I hope you also have a lovely holiday season. No matter what you celebrate, if you do celebrate at all this holiday season, I just hope you have a wonderful December and New Year.
My little conectists and archangels, you guys got anything planned for holidays? Let us know, Yeah,
maybe, let us know.
I can start like changing up my Christmas plans a little bit so I can incorporate some of your ideas into my.
Oh, exactly.
So I don't always have to get croaked.
And so let us know what you're planning on doing in December and January. And as always, please leave your questions, your burning questions, your strange problems in the comment section down below so we can continue doing our job here at the Off the Scuff office. We will be taking a short holiday break. We do have.
This is actually going to be our last scheduled podcast for this year. Right?
Yeah, that is correct. And we're going to be taking some time off from the Off the Scuff office for holiday leave. So we will not be doing an episode for the first half of January. We'll be back for the second. Because we do 2 episodes every
won't be
month.
There on the 2nd, but we will be. Wait, 2nd? No, we won't be there for the 9th.
We do one for the first half of January.
Yeah, not for the 9th, but we'll be there for the 23rd. Yeah, okay.
That is right. We're just going to take a short break. Hopefully gives us more time to collect your questions and your problems and rest as well.
I was wrong. We won't be there for the 7th, but we will be there for the 21st. Yes.
Yes. So, leave your questions and let us know what you do these lovely 2 months in the holiday season,
Hope
December and January.
Enjoy this holiday special of Am I the Asshole Holiday Edition.
And let us know if you agree with us or not.
Yeah, and a very, very special episode of the Scuff. Normally we don't do this. This is fun. We should do this more often.
We should do like a quarterly Off the Scuff like team bonding event.
Yeah.
I think that'd be good for company morale.
Do you guys want
for
that?
startup
Do you guys
morale?
want to see that?
Yeah. And if you have any ideas for what our next Off the Scuff quarterly team bonding should be, let us know. Oh gosh. We'll have to figure out when the next one's going to be.
Yeah.
And then what the theme will be. But yes, I hope you all enjoyed it. As always, do you want to do the honors? As always, let them know what they should do.
As always, that's nice. So, you already know what I'm going to tell you. Leave your questions down below. Without you guys, the heck am I going to answer, bro? I'm not just going to be like, oh, yes, very cool. Interesting white wall. I will answer your question today. No, I don't know what you want to see, bro. Tell me, bro. I don't have any ideas for content. Please help. So, that being said, also friendly reminder to smash that like button, like how I smash your mom every night. Ring that bell notification, like how she rings me every night, and share it around, like how I share my love with you, your mom every night. All right.
And for anyone on Spotify or Anchor, please do continue to follow and support our podcast. Please give a subscribe to the PRISM Project official channel where you are watching this right now. And don't forget to check out me and my lovely Jedmate, Luto Araka. We also have our own YouTube channels as well.
Yes, sir.
Any last things you want to say to wish everyone a happy holidays before we close out the year?
Ho. Ho.
Oh, I felt the impact on that one. I really felt the spirit on that one.
I was just calling everyone a hoe, by the way. So, anyways.
Oh God, I'll in my heart of hearts, you had a wonderful Santa impression.
Thank you. I try my best.
But as you really do, and I'm so lucky to have such
anything to say?
a creative Jedmate. Do I have anything to say to close off the year? Thank you all so much for your support in this year, and I look forward to all of the support and the fun times we'll have in the year to come.
Yeah, thanks for sticking with us for like more than half a year. Yeah, I think it's been half a year.
Oh my
God.
Just about
half a year, I think.
5-6 months. Oh gosh.
Wow, this is our last episode for this year. That's kind of wow.
And we have plenty more, so I hope you all are looking forward to that. And as always, thanks again for stopping by the office today. And we'll be back in business at the end of January. With even more fun shenanigans. And in the meantime,
have a good holidays, and don't forget to communicate. Otherwise, you're gonna ruin Christmas.
That's true. Be sure to stay communicative with one another, and as always, we'll be sure to think of something
off the scuff.
What's the scuff?
Off the scuff,
bye,
everybody, and have a happy holidays. Bye.
Happy holidays.
Bye.